What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today with another installment of my Dare to Dream video series. In this series, I take a look at shoes that aren't as commonly seen on YouTube, including high heat releases from the past and present, and shoes that just have a special meaning in sneaker history. So today we'll be going back to 2013 as I give you guys a closer look at the Air Jordan 5 Retro in this Grape colorway. So the Air Jordan 5, designed by the legendary Tinker Hatfield, it originally dropped back in 1990, and of that original drop, they released 4 original colorways. So of course, there was the black metallic, the 2 different fire red colorways, and then this one, the Grape 5s. And it makes sense that the Grapes were the only OG colorway that Michael Jordan didn't wear in an NBA game, considering the color scheme of this shoe was inspired by the team colors of the Charlotte Hornets, which were based off of Michael Jordan's home state of North Carolina. However, even though it's not done in that classic white, red, and black color scheme of the Chicago Bulls, the Grapes were still very popular, and it was famously worn by Michael Jordan on a Wheaties cereal box cover, and it was also famously worn by Will Smith on TV in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So while the original Grape 5s released in 1990, it took a whopping 16 years for Jordan Brand to finally bring these back in retro form. So the first retro was in 2006, however, they released this as a LS or lifestyle release, meaning it was much more exclusive and it was only available in certain Nike accounts and Nike retailers. So as such, the Grape 5s from 2006 were really tough to obtain, and that was not too long from when I started collecting sneakers in the mid-2000s. So I never managed to grab a pair of those 06 Grapes, however, they would release 7 years later in 2013, which is this pair. Except this time, instead of being a lifestyle release, it was much more of a general release, meaning the quantities produced were higher and meaning that anyone that wanted one, for the most part, was able to grab these. So this version released on May 4th of 2013, which happened to be the 23rd anniversary of the Air Jordan 5. The colorway for this specific pair is white, new emerald, grape ice, and black. And while the original Grape 5s from 1990 retailed for $125 US, but this one released for a price of $160 US. And since this release, there's been variations of the Grape 5 that have released between then and now, but fans of the Grapes have been waiting for a proper retro of this shoe with Nike Air branding on the back, but so far Jordan Brand and Nike have yet to give it to us. So diving straight into the details, the upper of the shoe for the most part, this is constructed out of a very smooth white colored leather. The leather, to be honest, has a bit of a synthetic feel to it. You can tell that there's a polyurethane or plastic coating on top, which gives it more of a shine, but in turn you can tell that it's not the best quality material. Overlaid on the front toe cap, we have another layer of this smooth white leather, and the same leather covers the mid panel of the shoe as well. Covering the eyelets, we have this white colored TPU material, and the same TPU covers the very top 4 eyelets as well. On the mid panel of the shoe, cut away from the leather, we have that signature translucent netting, and you can tell because this shoe is nearly a decade old, it has started to yellow on the edges. Moving downwards, we have that signature sculpted ankle pillow, which protrudes out of the shoe, giving you added cushioning and support for your ankles. And then embroidered on the bottom of the heel, we have this emerald colored Jumpman, and you'll notice that the Air Jordan 5 on the back, it features an asymmetrical collar, and this is designed to sculpt your ankle more ergonomically while still offering you a ton of support. Turning our attention back to the front, so for the laces, these only come with 1 pair of laces, and it's just your standard flat style lace in white. However, they come with this translucent lace lock with this black tip, and fun fact, the Air Jordan 5 was the very first Air Jordan to feature a lace lock, and it would eventually be carried over onto the Air Jordan 6 as well. Underneath this, the bottom half of the tongue is covered in that same translucent netting that we saw earlier on the mid panel, and on the very top we have a very well padded tongue, and on the very top it's very well padded, covered in this purple colored nylon material with an emerald colored Jumpman in the center. The back of the tongue is covered in this emerald or turquoise colored textile, and as always we have this Air Jordan tag stitched on the back. And then as we take a look at the insoles, these come with their standard foam line insole. It's covered in this turquoise or emerald finish on top, and we have the Jumpman logo stamped on the heel. So the upper of the Air Jordan 5 sits atop a full-length polyurethane foam midsole. You'll notice on the forefoot, we have this jagged detailing in emerald or turquoise. And another fun fact, the Air Jordan 5's design was actually inspired by World War II era fighter planes that are painted to look like a shark, and this is why we have this tooth-like detailing painted on the midsole. The top of the midsole on the rear is painted in black, and underneath this we have this cutout which reveals the Nike Air Sole unit that's found within the midsole for cushioning. Finally, turning the shoe over to the bottom, the Air Jordan 5 is actually the first Air Jordan to feature translucent rubber outsoles. So in the middle we have this white colored foam with Jordan branding running down the center, and on the forefoot and the heel we have this herringbone style traction pattern along with this emerald colored Jumpman visible from underneath. So that breaks down the look, the construction, the backstory, and pretty much all you need to know about these Air Jordan 5s. Like I said from the beginning, the Grape 5 still remains one of the most beloved and most iconic colorways of the Air Jordan 5 to ever be released. And that's obvious when you look at all the different variations and the different iterations of the grapes that have released. For example, the pre-Grape 5s, the black grapes, and the purple grapes. But for me, I'm holding on to the hope that Jordan Brand will give us a proper retro of the grapes with better quality materials and of course, that Nike Air branding on the back, just like the OGs from 1990. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Air Jordan 5 Retro in this grape colorway. For anyone watching, do you own a pair of these in your collection? And even if you don't own a pair of these, how would you rank these compared to the other 3 OG colorways of the Jordan 5? For me personally, I think I'm going to put the Fire Red with the black tongue as first, and then the Fire Red with the 3M tongue as second, and then probably the Grape 5s in third, and then the black metallics coming in at last. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Either way, drop a comment down below. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this installment of my Dare to Dream video series, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.